We need to have a hard conversation about your traffic. You are probably obsessing over your analytics dashboard right now. You are looking at views, you are looking at likes, you are celebrating because a reel got 10,000 impressions. But let me ask you a question that might hurt. How much is that traffic actually worth? If your audience is made up of 10,000 people who have no money, no urgency, and no authority to make a decision, you don't have a business, you have a hobby. There is a fundamental difference between a $1 click and a $10,000 click. The person who clicks on a video titled "How to Make Money Online for Free" is not the same person who clicks on "Enterprise CRM Implementation for Scaling Agencies." One of them is looking for a lottery ticket, the other is looking for a solution. In this video, I'm going to break down the specific psychology of the high-ticket buyer. We are going to analyze why they ignore 99% of the content out there and why they require a completely different type of content architecture to convert. Now, full disclosure, I am not a billionaire. I don't sell courses on how to get rich. I am just a builder. I spent years chasing viral hits and wondering why my bank account didn't move. Then I switched my strategy to target high-intent buyers, and everything changed. This is the documentation of that shift. I'm showing you the intent tiers I use to filter out the noise and the specific native conversion methods I'm building right now to capture high-value leads. If you want to be famous, go dance on TikTok. But if you want to build a system that attracts people with budgets, stay here. Let's operate. To understand the $10,000 click, you have to understand the resource equation. Every human being is trading one resource for another. The low-ticket buyer has a lot of time but very little money. The high-ticket buyer has money but zero time. This fundamental difference dictates how they search and what they click on. The low-ticket buyer searches for free. They search for DIY. They search for how to do X yourself. They are willing to spend 50 hours watching tutorials to save $500. The high-ticket buyer is the opposite. They are terrified of wasting time. They are searching for speed. They are searching for reliability. They are searching for who can do X for me. When a CEO or founder types a query into Google, they are not looking to be entertained. They are looking to mitigate risk. They have a bleeding neck problem, a lawsuit, a broken server, a stalled marketing funnel, and they need it fixed yesterday. Here is the trap most creators fall into. You are creating content for the beginner mindset because that is where the volume is. You make videos like 5 tips for beginners, what is SEO, marketing 101. That content attracts people with time. It attracts students. It attracts dabblers. The high-ticket buyer isn't searching for what is SEO. They already know. They are searching for SEO agency for B2B SaaS comparison. They are at the bottom of the funnel and you are busy dancing at the top. You need to bridge the sophistication gap. If you want to sell a $5,000 or $10,000 service, you cannot speak to your audience like they are children. You have to speak to them like peers. This means skipping the basics. It means assuming they are already smart, already successful, and just need a specific mechanism to get to the next level. So, how do we target these people practically? We use a system called intent tagging. In the search-first philosophy, we categorize every single keyword or topic into 4 tiers: learn, solve, compare, and buy. Most creators live in the learn tier. The wealthy buyer lives in compare and buy. Let's break down the psychology of each tier and identifying where the money is hiding. Query: how to lose weight. What is copywriting? Psychology: curiosity, no urgency. Value: low. Verdict: avoid this if you want high-ticket clients. You are competing with Wikipedia and AI. Query: how to fix 404 error. Reduce customer churn strategies. Psychology: pain. They have a specific problem. Value: medium-high. Verdict: this is good. This builds trust. If you solve the problem, you earn the right to pitch. Query: ClickFunnels versus Go High Level for agencies. Best cybersecurity firm for healthcare. Psychology: evaluation. They have a budget, they're just deciding who gets it. Value: very high. Verdict: this is where the $10,000 click lives. Query: your agency pricing. Higher fractional CMO. Psychology: decision. Value: maximum. If you want to attract high-ticket clients, you need to shift your content calendar. Stop explaining what things are, start comparing how to solve expensive problems. Think about it. A learn video gets 100,000 views from people who will never pay you. A compare video might only get 500 views, but those 500 people are currently holding a credit card and trying to decide between you and your competitor. I would take the 500 compare viewers over the 100,000 learn viewers any day. That is the discipline of the $10,000 click. Now that we know what they search for, how do we write for them? High-ticket buyers have a very sensitive BS detector. They can smell generic advice from a mile away. If your video starts with, "In today's fast-paced digital world," they are gone, clicked off. You need radical specificity. We use a rule called the first 120 words. For a high net worth individual, you must answer the query directly in the first 120 words of your content. Do not build up to it. Do not give a backstory. The amateur script: "Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're talking about taxes. Taxes are complicated, right? My grandma used to say." The $10,000 script: "If you are scaling past 1 million ARR, your tax liability shifts from personal income to corporate retained earnings. Here is the 3-step strategy to defer that tax." See the difference? The second one respects their time. It signals, "I know who you are, I know your level, and I have the answer." You also need to structure this content into a hub. High-ticket buyers binge. When they find someone who actually knows what they are talking about, they will watch 5 videos in a row. They are auditing you. You need to architect your content so that one piece leads logically to the next. Video 1, compare, Tool A versus Tool B for enterprise. Video 2, solve, how to migrate from Tool A to Tool B. Video 3, case study, how we saved client X $50K by migrating. Wake up, this is important. If your content is scattered, you look disorganized. If your content is interlinked and structured, you look like a system. High-ticket buyers buy systems, not chaos. Use internal links and playlists to create a path. Guide them down the rabbit hole. The deeper they go, the higher the probability they close. Okay, you have their attention, you have proven you're not a beginner. Now, how do you get them to raise their hand? Do not, I repeat, do not ask them to sign up for your newsletter. CEOs do not want more emails. They want tools. They want leverage. You need to use native conversion points. In the intent to action mapping matrix, we map the call to action, or CTA, to the reader's stage of the journey. 1. The consideration stage CTA. If they are reading a compare article, example, in-house versus agency, they are evaluating. Bad CTA, contact us, too aggressive. Native CTA, download the cost comparison calculator. Give them a spreadsheet that lets them plug in their own numbers to see which option is cheaper. That offers value. It respects their intelligence. 2. The decision stage CTA. If they are reading a case study, example, how we scaled X, they are looking for proof. Bad CTA, subscribe, too weak. Native CTA, see our Q3 performance report, or get the implementation roadmap. These offers must be native. They shouldn't be annoying pop-ups that block the screen. They should be embedded in the content, appearing exactly when the problem is most painful. When a high-ticket buyer downloads a cost calculator or an audit checklist, they are self-qualifying. They're telling you, "I am serious about this." That leads to a very different sales call. You aren't convincing them you're an expert. The content already did that. You are just discussing the logistics of the engagement. Let's wrap this up. The $10,000 click is not a myth. It is a choice. You can choose to chase the dopamine of viral views, you can choose to entertain the masses, and you can stay broke. Or you can choose to be boring to the masses, but fascinating to the few that matter. My challenge to you is this: audit your last 5 pieces of content. Who were they for? Did you explain what something is, beginner, or did you explain how to choose between expensive options, expert? Start building for the buyer. Create a compare piece this week. Target a specific bleeding neck problem, and stop apologizing for being technical or advanced. The people with the money are waiting for someone who speaks their language. Now, once you get that high-ticket click, you need to make sure your site doesn't scare them away. You need a hub that looks professional and authoritative. I broke down exactly how to architect that in this video, how to use the hub and spoke model to scale your consulting in 2026. Go build the asset. I'll see you in there.